A robot arm with artificial muscles that completely replicate human muscles. The latest news from Elon, a flying electric bike, and unmanned car racing. All of this and much more in today's One Issue. Let's fly! Polish engineers from the startup Robotics have created an anthropomorphic robotic arm with artificial muscles and tendons. The muscles consist of stretchable, airtight tubes with braided shells around them. When gas or liquid is supplied, the tube can inflate and expand in width. But because the fibers of the braided shell do not stretch very much, the structure shrinks in length similar to the way an actual muscle would. At the same time, the fluid or gas supply is regulated by an electrohydraulic valve to control the rate of contraction. Eventually, the pneumatic muscles pull on cables that mimic tendons, and the hand squeezes or rotates and wiggles fingers. The arm's peak power consumption is 200 watts, and its weight is 1 kilogram. In the future, developers hope to create an entire robot that replicates the shape and function of the human body. The Jetson Aero company has developed the Jetson On electric flying bike. It costs $92,000 and can reach speeds of up to 102 kilometers per hour. The bike weighs only 92 kilograms and it's made of aluminum and carbon fiber. But despite this, a pilot weighing 85 kilograms will be able to fly it for only 15 minutes. The racks with motors and propellers can be folded so the bike can be compact to store. The device is equipped with safety systems. For example, it will keep the pilot in the air even if one riser turns off, as well as just hang in place if the pilot lets go of the steering wheel. There's also a system to avoid obstacles and a ballistic parachute in case of emergencies. The Indy Autonomous Challenge unmanned car races were held in the US. They involved the Dallara AV21 cars running on the Robotic Operating System 2 software platform using AutoWare software for autonomous vehicles. Both products are open source. However, each team refined the software themselves and used their own set of sensors. The competition is designed to improve software for drones. This year, a team of students from the Technical University of Munich won the event, and it was a girl who got the prize of $1 million. Note that the cars started one after the other, and the results were summed up in time of 2 full circles. The winning team managed to go the distance with an average time of 219 kilometers per hour, which isn't bad for an unmanned car race. The opener of the robot race, by the way, was Spot the robot. Lockheed Martin, NanoRacks, and Voyager Space announced they would design and build their own replacement for the International Space Station, called the Starlab Space Station, in 6 years for low-orbit research by the US government, private companies, and space tourism. The new station will be smaller than the International Space Station, but will be able to simultaneously stay on board for only 4 astronauts. However, the creators plan to send it into orbit as a whole. The startup Aero received $500 million to launch its own vertical takeoff and landing aeromobiles by 2024. The auto will be a hybrid of a traditional car and a flying vehicle, meaning it will be able to drive on public roads and fly without the need of a takeoff pad. The Aero is a subsidiary of XPeng Motors, and although it doesn't have its own working prototype, it's the startup's technology that was used to build the Voyager X1 and Voyager X2 AeroCab models that have passed their preliminary testing. Ida, a robot artist, was detained for 10 days at the Egyptian border. He was suspected of espionage. When Ida arrived at the Forever Is Now exhibition, the camera eyes integrated with a modem perked the suspicion of the vigilant border guards. And as a result, the robot and its creator were detained for 10 days, but were released just hours before the show. "I can get rid of the modems, but I can't squeeze out her eyes," the robot creator Aidan Meller told reporters. The British ambassador worked all night to get Ida released, but we're almost too late. It's very disturbing. The eruption of the Cumbre Vieja volcano on the Spanish island of La Palma led to the urgent evacuation of 7,000 people, but not the pets. and as a result, dogs were left in walled and ash-filled yards with no more access to food or water. The animals were found thanks to drones used to monitor the eruption. Aero cameras tried to deliver water and food to the animals, but it wasn't enough. So they got permission from authorities to try to rescue the animals with large nets attached to DJI Agris T-20 drones, capable of lifting loads up to 23 kilograms in the air, and we hope to see this be a success. The Bioinfection and Medical Robotics Laboratory at Ben-Gurion University showed off its latest development, the FCSTAR Alpinist robot. Due to its propellers, can not only fly, but also drive on flat and rough terrain, as well as climb on incline and vertical surfaces. The lab is developing a whole line of STAR robotics, each with its own unique capability. For example, Big Star works in the R-STAR collaboration, delivering a small robot to its destination, and Amphibious Star can race across land or water. The Boring Company will continue to build tunnels under Las Vegas. The Vegas Loop system of underground highways will connect the casino district with the city's new soccer stadium, the convention center, and the international airport. The total length of the new network will be 47 kilometers, and it will connect 51 boarding stations. Tesla cars on the Vegas Loop will fare more than ground public transportation and less than cabs. A 5-minute ride from the airport to the convention center will cost $10, and from there to the stadium will cost $6. For now, Tesla will still have a driver behind the wheel. Tesla won't be able to launch the Gigafactory near Berlin in November. Although the automaker has already received all the necessary permits to produce the Model Y crossover, German authorities were forced to suspend the certification process under pressure from environmental activists. Now the plant will be launched in December or 2022 at best. Another company of Elon Musk, SpaceX, conducted the first static test of the vacuum version of the Raptor engine of its Starship and said that the first test flight could take place as early as November. However, for its conduct, it is necessary to obtain permission from the regulatory authorities, which may delay this testing. From a technical aspect, at least according to Musk, the Starship is fully ready to fly. Spain's Miguel Hernández University has developed a new brain implant that could allow blind people to see simple shapes and distinguish letters. The device, based on intracortical microelectrodes, bidirectionally interacts with the brain, and in the future, the technology will make it possible to develop a visual neuroprosthesis capable of restoring sight to most people. Engineers at the Michigan Technical University have developed a robot capable of moving silently through water in the same way a snake does. The robot sprays some alcohol, which has lower surface tension than water, onto the water. The result is a Mangrani effect that pushes the robot from the alcohol back to the water. By changing the directions of spraying, you can change the direction of the robot's movement. The speed is still small, only with 10 centimeters per second, but the engineers are confident that in the future a swarm of these robots will be able to do many useful tasks. Engineers from the Research Institute of Mechanics of Moscow State University and the Voltbro project decided to create their own four-legged robot for research. The robot weighs 15 kilograms, and it's built according to a classical scheme with two-section legs that can move along the body and rotate sideways. At the base of each leg, there are 3 electric motors with a total power of more than 3 kilowatts. The robot can do little by itself, but algorithms are being refined. Engineers from many science groups will be able to access the finished robot. Subscribe to the Pro Robot channel, like this video, and don't miss any new episodes from the world of high tech.